hot dog. We lost a real one. We lost a G. We found out today that we lost Ugg. Ugg, the counselor from Salute Your Shorts, the actor who played him, Kirk Bailey, died of lung cancer. I guess his family said he was only diagnosed 6 months ago. We've already lost him, only 59 years old. And I'm going to tell you something. I was blown away when I read that Salute Your Shorts only aired 26 episodes. I couldn't believe it. I would have thought that there was like 100. I must have seen every episode of Salute Your Shorts 5 times a piece and just never realized it, because that show brought me through a lot. I mean, there was a whole, and maybe it's because when you're a kid, a year seems like a lot longer than it does when you're an adult. But there was an entire era where every weekend it was Salute Your Shorts, and then it was Hey Dude. And I'm going to tell you something. No disrespect to Hey Dude. I'm not a guy who hates Hey Dude. I'm a Hey Dude fan. But Salute Your Shorts is a stronger show by such a measure that I can't even begin to count. I mean, Salute Your Shorts is the show. How many characters do you really remember from Hey Dude? Like Melody, because she ended up marrying Ben Stiller. Melody was on Hey Dude, I guess. But Salute Your Shorts, you're talking about Ugg. You're talking about Donkey Lips. You're talking about Bobby Budnick, okay? And that's just the top 3 off the top of my head. Ugg was an absolute icon. He took a lot of shit from those kids, let me tell you. A lot of shit, especially Bobby Budnick. And something I didn't realize, maybe I did and I had forgotten, but I think I didn't realize it until just now, like today. His name, the character's name was not Ugg. I don't remember what his real first name was, the character's real first name was, but he had a standard real first name. And his last name was Lee. The reason they called him Ugg was because his last name was Lee. Ugg Lee. And I was like, that's brilliant. I don't think they would make a kid's show in 2022 where the camp counselor was just named Ugg Lee. Like, I don't think so.
His name is Kevin.
Kevin Ugg Lee. And he wasn't Asian, he wasn't anything. He was just, well, wouldn't it be funny if his name was Ugly? The kids would call him Ugly. I mean, Camp Anawana, we hold you in our hearts. And when we think about you, it makes me want to fart. Come on. I mean, this is one of those shows where you never, ever skip the intro. If the skip the intro button had been around when Salute Your Shorts was at its high peak, that button would have never been touched. I think that the Salute Your Shorts intro rivals the Succession intro for the greatest TV songs. It's Succession, it's Woke Up This Morning, Sopranos, it's Salute Your Shorts, and not in that order.
You know, it's really good. I mean, I haven't seen it, but if a show can hit a generation like that, and it only had 20, one season.
Yeah,
I believe you.
I mean, but I guess it says 91, 92. I didn't watch it in 91, 92. I was in the UK in 91, 92. So I would have watched it in probably 95. And maybe they just ran the episodes. Like, I believe you when you tell me 91, 92. And maybe they might have just ran those episodes into the ground. But yeah, dude, I mean, it was Nickelodeon, and that was the weekend lineup, right? It was like, so you'd watch your Saturday morning cartoons when you were a kid, but you got a little older. And NBC put on the live action shows on Saturday morning, right? NBC put on Saved by the Bell, The New Class. They put on City Guys, CITY, You Can See Why These Guys, The New Guys, Smart and Streetwise, something like that. The City Guys. Roll with the City Guys. Just, it was like Saved by the Bell, but it was in New York City. It was cool. They had a basketball court on the roof of the school because it was New York City, and there were urban kids. Cool. It wasn't just white California kids. It was urban kids. It was awesome. And then there was California Dreams. That was a big one. So NBC had that lineup, right? But, after by the time lunchtime rolled through, like that would take you through lunchtime. You had your cartoons, you had your NBC lineup. That was late. It was like
It would
10.
take you up until 11.
Well, that's right. NBC took you to 11, and then Superstars of Wrestling came on Fox. So that would take you to lunchtime. But after lunch on a Saturday, you were fucked unless you had Nickelodeon. And then you would turn on Nickelodeon, and just all afternoon, basically until SNICK, it would be episodes of Hey Dude and episodes of Salute Your Shorts. And honestly, even the biggest Hey Dude fans were really just sitting through Hey Dude because they knew Salute Your Shorts would probably be on next. Did you have shows when you were growing up that would anger you? Like some people, I was talking to somebody today that was like, I can't tell you why, but I hated Hey Dude with like a vengeance. Like I got viscerally angry when Hey Dude came on. And I was like, you're hating on Hey Dude? I don't think so. Hey Dude was good with me. I loved SNICK. You know, that was we've talked about this before, but like, you know, all that and Secret World of Alex Mack and Are You Afraid of the Dark and Clarissa Explains It All. All those shows were the shit. Mm-hmm. There was one Nickelodeon show that as a kid, I swear it would make me want to burn down the house. I was so mad it was on. Because here's the thing, like back then, like it wasn't like there were no streaming services, no YouTube. It was like what's on is on. And especially if you're a kid, it was even before Cartoon Network. So it was like you're not going to turn the channel over to like a news station or a sports station. You're watching your kids' shows. And
you're going to watch golf after this? That's what they usually played after all that crap.
So, yeah, and so you're watching Nickelodeon going like, this is my savior. But there was one show, and so you go on a run, right? The best you could ever do. It happens now. Here's when it happens now. When I'm traveling, and I turn on CNBC, because there's a nice Shark Tank marathon on.
Ooh.
I go, perfect. And I get under the covers, and I put my hands behind my head. No wife, no children. I can watch hours of Shark Tank. 15 minutes, credits roll. I go, no problem. Another one is coming right up. And then I realize we're in a different time zone. So the marathons change at a different time and an infomercial comes on. Furious. I get furious. The only thing I can compare it to is as a child, I would be watching my Nickelodeon and we'd be going on a great run. And then all of a sudden, David the Gnome would come on. And that theme song would hit. Look around you. There are many things to see. And I go, I'm going to kill someone. You got to be fucking kidding me. David the Gnome right now. David the Gnome. We started with Eureka's Castle, but we went on a nice run. It was a nice arc. And it would happen on a sick day because Nickelodeon would do this during the week. You were homesick, getting to see all the shows that you never get to see because you're at stupid school. And it was awesome. And it was just good cartoon, good cartoon, good cartoon. And you're like, oh, I can't wait to see what's next. And it would be like 11 or 11:30. And they go, look around you. And I'd go, no, no. You got to be kidding me. I'm going to tell you right now. I would meet people growing up. This conversation doesn't happen as much anymore because now we're all old. But like 10 years ago, I'd meet like, you know, other young adults that were still talking about their kids' stuff. Some of us still do. And they'd go, you know what show I used to love? I go, what? They go, David the Gnome. I go, you need to get the fuck out of my house right now. Get out. I don't want to talk to you about this or anything. What are you talking about? Yeah, I mean, no. I don't want your presence. I don't want your energy in my life if you liked David the Gnome. At all. At all. Oh. And that song, it never left my head. Look around you. There are many things to see. Does that
sound like such a great song to play for your funeral?
Hot dog, if you play that at my funeral, I swear to God, I will haunt you for generations. Which might be
my
tough.
last words to you.
I don't know if I'll be able to haunt you for generations because I can't see you producing a child with a woman. But,
Oh, that's a
but
fair point. It's a
I'm
fair
going to tell
point.
you right now, I'm going to make it a goal of mine to make sure you conceive with a woman. Because I need for there to be generations of hot dogs. Just in case you try to fuck with me on some David the Gnome bullshit at my funeral, so that I can haunt you for generations.
You know, I go to pay on my specs. If it's a open casket or whatever be it, and I'll just like stand over you.
Honestly, can I tell you the truth?
Look around. Yeah.
I would rather you piss on my corpse. I would rather you piss on my corpse in front of my family, in front of my children who I hope at that point will be grown. I would rather you take out that hot dog hammer and piss on my corpse than you play David the Gnome theme song at my funeral.
Okay,
Don't do
okay.
it. Don't do
Okay.
it. Because I'll come back and I will haunt you, and you will say, it was just a bit. It was just a bit. And I go, no, it wasn't. I told you, don't do it. Don't do it, hot dog.
This hatred runs deep.
I got so mad every time that show came on. All the good shows were done. And then I go like this. I'd eat my lunch. It was a sick day. I go, Mom, can I play Sega Genesis? And she'd go, no, not on a sick day, because I wasn't allowed to play video games if I was homesick.
What?
Because if I'm sick, I'm sick. You can't be sitting around playing video games. They wouldn't let me play.
Says who? What do you need? Your energy to play? To recover? You can't sit and just press some buttons like this.
It was the thing, because they were like, he's gonna stay home just to play Sega Genesis, and I would.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
So they said that was the rule in my house. You can't play Sega Genesis if you're sick. And we could only play Sega Genesis until we couldn't play it until it was the time that we would have gotten home from school. So if you were homesick from school, you couldn't play Sega Genesis until 3:30. And so if David the Gnome came on at 11:30 or 11, I was fucked until 3:30. And that's a long ass haul.
Okay, that's not as bad. I wasn't allowed to play video games on the weekdays. Which is like,
that's caca. That's nonsense.
It's bullshit.
That's not cool.
No, I have to sneak it in.
Yeah, you do. So rest in peace to Ugg. Rest in peace to my man Ugg. Deuces up. This one's for you, big man.